Hello and welcome, my dear friends. Welcome to the review of a vintage German fountain pen. Today I will present you the review of this beautiful Columbus Rakete 1250. When I first bought this curious fountain pen, I thought that I will buy an Italian Columbus fountain pen. And I had no idea that this is not the famous Italian Columbus brand out of Milan, but in fact, Columbus was a small brand based in the area of Fürth, near the Nuremberg, in southern Germany. This particular brand has also a connection with the Salamander brand, also a German brand. It appears that the brands were owned by two brothers, and sometimes they separated their activity. I'm not so sure about this, but for a period of time, Columbus and Salamander they used the same logo. Let me tell you first, my friends, what I paid for this wonderful pen, and then I will present it to you. From its design, I believe it's a product from the 1950s, if I'm not mistaken. I paid for it 420 lei, including the shipping cost, the equivalent of 84.43 euros or 87.85 US dollars. Not a cheap price, but for something in a good condition like this piece, I thought that I've made a great deal. So without further delay, my friends, let me zoom a little bit on it and let me present it to you. So we have a body made probably from celluloid. It is all black. It has gold-plated trims, and on the cap we have thermically engraved and painted Columbus Rakete 1250. The clip is wonderful, and on the clip we have another engraving, Columbus, and an interesting looking clip. It is quite functional, as you can see. We have a nice decorated band on the cap, and you can see those Greek motifs on it. Is quite nice. Now the cap unscrews like this, and it reveals this wonderful ink window, which has that checkers pattern, very nice. We have a concave grip section. We have a beautiful nib, on it engraved. Let me show you. So we have Columbus, a number 3 nib. This is the logo that I'm talking about. Practically 3 circles, and beneath it 14 karat 585. What is special about it is this interesting feeder. You can see we have an odd shape ebonite feeder right over here. Very interesting as well. So let me tell you, quite beautiful pen, lots of details to it. Of course, when I saw it, it is a piston filler and it has this special ink window. I thought to myself, what an odd looking Italian Columbus, but in fact, it is a German brand. Lesser known German brand. Okay, let me show you the last part of the pen. We have something engraved right over here. I hope that I can show you this. And I'm not so sure what it is. It's an F or something like that. Nothing else engraved. Okay. The end on the cap has this dome ending, no logo on it, and the same dome it is at the end of the barrel. Like I told you, we have a piston filler. It has a blind cap right over here, and this is the actual piston. I rotate this and we should see the ending of the piston, and it is a corkscrew end, so probably it is a model from the early 1950s or maybe even the 1940s, but based on the fact that we have a gold nib and Germany was at war at the beginning of the 40s, I say this could be a pen before 1939 or after the Second World War, probably the 1950s. During the war, the gold material was considered strategic, and the nibs were usually made from steel. This is the reason that I date this from the early 1950s. I hope that I'm not wrong. Tell me in the comments if you know what year this model might be from. So you see the piston is functional, interesting. The blind cap has no ending, so practically you put it here, and this acts as the end, the actual rod. A pretty interesting pen. And now, my dear friends, I will leave its dimensions on the screen, and I will do a writing sample with it based on my observations. I think it was never used, so probably I will not fill it up with ink. Just I will dip the pen, and I will do a writing sample just dipping the pen. And for that reason I have this notepad right over here. Okay. Like I told you, I will leave the dimensions on the screen. Before I will leave the dimensions, let me compare it with a modern Montblanc Meisterstück 146, so you can see the differences between them. Let me show you also the nib, the number 3 nib, how it compares with the number 6 nib. So they look like this. Let me give it a little zoom for you to see better. So this is a number 3 nib, and this is the number 6 nib of our Montblanc Meisterstück 146. Okay, and now I will simply change the angle of the camera like this, my friends. Okay, like this. And now I am ready for the actual writing sample. For the writing sample, let me use this Montblanc Royal Blue ink. Okay, like I've told you, let me see. This posts like this. I will use it unposted. Let me dip it in ink like this. Okay, and now I am ready for the writing sample. So I will give it a little zoom, my friends, like this. Okay, so I have here a Columbus, Rakete 125 made in Germany, and I date this from the early 1950s. It's fitted with a gold nib, 14 karat 585 nib. Let me dip it again in ink. Okay, so a gold nib, 14 karat 585. Let me see if we have a flexible nib. And you can see that we have a little flex. This little flexibility is specific to the German nibs made in the 1950s, in the early 1950s. It seems to be a juicy nib, and you can see this. And now let me see if we have some line variance. Here I'm not applying pressure, and here I'm starting to apply pressure, so we can see also a little line variance. Okay, being a juicy nib, it should do the signatures quite nice, and you can see it does the signatures very interesting. And I'm curious to see how it writes in reverse writing. So reverse writing, and definitely you can reverse write with it. It writes like an extra fine one, and in a normal mode I think it writes like an MM for a medium. We have a medium gold nib. And now let me tell you about the forks. So the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. What can I say to you, my friends? We have an interesting nib. Certainly I like it a lot. Very interesting, very smooth nib, and a beautiful pen. When I find pens that have this type of an ink window, something attracts me to them, and I must have them. This particular Columbus Rakete, although it is a obscure German brand, it is a testament of the beautiful pieces that were made in Germany in the early 1950s, and it is a testament to the quality and workmanship of the German producer, even the smaller producer like it is in this case with the Columbus Rakete. This was his review, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm filming this right in the Christmas Eve 2024, so I wish you to have a Merry Christmas to all my viewers out there. And thank you my friends for watching this channel. I hope that you will watch my episodes in the new year of 2025. Till then, what can I say to you, my friends? Thank you again. Have a wonderful day wherever you are, and God bless you all. Bye bye.